My name is Steffi. I am 35 years old. I am a math teacher. For many years, my life was simple and quiet. I lived alone in a small house near my school. Every morning, I woke up early. I made a cup of tea, and I got ready for work. My routine never changed, and honestly, I never expected it to. Before moving forward, please subscribe our Pro English Stories channel for more interesting stories like this. And also tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? I loved my job. Teaching was not just work for me. It was my passion. My classroom was my world. There were wooden desks, a large whiteboard, and sunlight coming gently through the windows. Every day, I stood in front of my students. I taught numbers, formulas, problems. Some students found math difficult, some enjoyed it, and some needed a little extra help. I always tried my best to guide them, to make them understand, to make them believe they could learn. That was my life, simple, peaceful, predictable, until one day, everything changed. It was a normal morning. I walked into my classroom. I placed my books on the desk, and I looked at my students. There were some new faces. I slowly scanned the room. Then my eyes stopped at one student. He was sitting in the front row, tall, calm, focused. His name was James. When our eyes met, he gave me a polite smile. There was something different about him, something I couldn't explain. I quickly looked away, and I started teaching. I wrote numbers on the board. I explained step by step, but somehow, my attention kept going back to him. James was very attentive. He listened carefully. He asked smart questions. He understood things quickly. And every time I answered him, he smiled. That smile made me feel something new, something warm, something unexpected. I had never felt this before. And honestly, it scared me. I reminded myself again and again. He is your student. You are his teacher. There are rules. There are boundaries. And they exist for a reason. So I tried to ignore my feelings. I focused on my work. I avoided unnecessary conversations. But it wasn't easy. That night, I sat alone at home. The TV was on, but I wasn't watching. My mind was somewhere else. I kept thinking about James, his voice, his questions, his smile. I didn't understand why. I had been a teacher for many years. I had taught hundreds of students. But this feeling, this was different, and I knew it was dangerous. The next day, everything felt the same, but also different. After class, most students left, but James stayed. He walked slowly to my desk. "Miss Steffi," he said politely, "can you help me with one problem?" I nodded. "Of course." We sat together. We looked at his notebook. I explained the solution step by step. He listened carefully. When he understood, he smiled again. "Thank you," he said. "You explain things very clearly." I felt my heart beat faster. "It's my job," I said softly. But inside, I felt happy. Days passed, then weeks. James continued to stay after class sometimes. At first, we talked about studies. Then slowly, we talked about life, dreams, goals. He was not like other students. He was mature, calm, respectful. He listened when I spoke. And for the first time in a long time, I felt heard. But with every passing day, my heart and my mind started fighting. My heart said, "You like him." My mind said, "This is wrong." I knew society would not accept it. I knew the school would not allow it. I knew people would judge me. And maybe they would be right. So I tried to step back. I tried to create distance. But emotions are not easy to control. One afternoon, after class, James looked at me. "Would you like to have coffee sometime?" I was shocked. I didn't answer immediately. This was not a simple question. This was a decision. A risky one. A wrong one, maybe. But deep inside, I wanted to say yes. After a long pause, I said quietly, "Okay." We met at a small cafe near the school. It was quiet, peaceful. We sat across from each other. At first, we didn't know what to say. Then, slowly, words came. We talked about life, about loneliness, about dreams. That day, I realized something important. We were not just teacher and student. We were two lonely people, trying to understand each other. But even then, I knew this could not continue. Soon, people started noticing. Whispers began. Students talked. Teachers watched. Rumors spread quickly. One day, I was called to the principal's office. His voice was serious. "Steffi, this is not acceptable." I tried to explain, but it was too late. The situation had already gone too far. A few days later, I lost my job. Losing my job was painful. But what hurt more was the judgment. People talked. People blamed. People didn't understand. I stayed at home for days. I felt lost, alone, broken. But James stayed. He didn't leave. He supported me. He reminded me that I was not alone. One day, he said, "We can start again, somewhere else." At first, I was unsure. I was afraid. But then, I realized something. Maybe this was not an end. Maybe this was a second chance. So we left the city. We moved to a small, peaceful town, a place where no one knew us, a place where we could begin again. Life slowly became calm again. I started teaching from home, small classes, simple lessons, simple life. James continued his studies. We supported each other. We grew together, not just in love, but in understanding. One evening, near a quiet lake, the sky was soft and golden, the air was calm. James stood in front of me. He held a small ring. "Will you marry me?" he asked. Tears filled my eyes. I smiled. "Yes," I said. Life is not always simple. Sometimes we face difficult choices. Sometimes we lose things to gain something new. But one thing I learned is this: real love is not perfect. It is not easy. But when it is honest, it gives you strength. Today, I live a peaceful life. I am no longer just a teacher. I am a learner too. A learner of life, of love, of courage. And if you ask me, was it worth it? I will say yes. Because sometimes one decision can change your entire life. If you enjoyed this story, like and subscribe to our Pro English Stories channel for more interesting stories like this. And don't forget to comment where you are watching from. Keep learning, keep growing.